Who is Claire Hocking-Oakle, or the Great British Bird? Now, she came on my radar recently. She claims to work with Charlie Ward, or for Charlie Ward. She claims to work under Trump, and how she communicates and how she knows she works for Trump is that she gets emails, and she sends emails to a Proton Mail account, which could of course be anywhere. That's her contact to America, and I'm sure Charlie Ward's too. She claims that she's doing God's work and that she is going to be responsible for emptying the dumps with her team of Navy SEALs. These Navy SEALs, recently she said, oh, they're coming back from Afghanistan in a couple of weeks. Then later on she said they're coming back from Iraq in a couple of weeks. She said there was a team of 36 that are... and she later said a team of 200, and then she recently said in this video, and in fact I think that she has a team of 300.
I can do my job, which is get these motherfuckers sorted and get these dumps emptied, which is where I step in with my teams.
So all of the facts around that are dodgy. Apparently they found her, not her finding this team. She runs 8 Telegram channels. She's got a YouTube channel. She disables the comments overnight. And this is because what she says is to give the moderators a break. I wonder what the moderators need a break from. They're incredibly overworked, making sure no truths or any critique of herself and Charlie Ward, etc., slips into her chats. So, what sort of claims is she making? Like I said, she's claiming that she's in charge of emptying the dumps. Like I say, I find that hard to believe that that Trump or anyone would put someone that presents herself like that in charge of doing that. Not only that, anyone that was in charge of such a high-profile, sensitive job, I say high-profile, such an important and incredibly sensitive job in intelligence or whatever, they would put her out there on YouTube, running her foul mouth and sending out threats. She's made threats on lives. She made a threat that she was going to have me or Paul, as her intelligence has told her. She's going to get her bunch of 6'5" guys around London to come and anally rape me.
And just in case anybody's MI5 that's named Paul, that's been hounding one of Charlie Ward's family.
So claiming that I've been attacking and hounding Charlie Ward's family is just simply not true. If anyone can share any evidence that I've ever attacked or hounded Charlie Ward's family, please share it, because it's not there. It's just fabricated, and it's, again, another manipulation technique, because she knows people won't even check that.
Just in case you're watching on here, we have your names. We know where you live. We know everything about you. Paul, who you know, we know who you are, okay? Let's just remember, we know who you're working for, Paul, okay? We know who you're working for, and your organisation is a fucking great organisation, and you're a little shit fucking scrote that's in it, that's not going to be in it for long, are you? So you go targeting the person with the letter C anymore, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to rip you a new fucking arsehole. And I'm telling you, I fucking will. I don't need to do it. I've got bunches of fucking guys over 6'5" hanging around in London that will just rape your ass as soon as they look at you. Your choice. You decide.
No joke. So yeah, she claims that she can track anyone. She can track anyone because she's got access to quantum technology. This quantum technology can pinpoint everyone, and this is how she knows who everyone is, including myself. She can find anyone.
Quantum energy system, which basically we can map and track energy. So we bypass quite a lot of stuff when we need to get an imprint on things. This is the easiest way I can try and explain it to you. It's basically magic, okay.
The problem is anyone that critiques her, if they haven't got blocked immediately, which usually happens in all of her groups, she will viciously attack them and threaten them. She will use many buzzwords, and this is how she's maintained a following, by being extremely manipulative. These buzzwords will be, well, you know, I work for Trump and for God, so you've chosen your side. You working for you know, demonic entities. etc., etc. And she will swear and she will say, "We know who you are. We're coming to get you." And people kind of, you know, it basically uses. She throws around the word paedophile, just more than she probably says paedophile more than any other word in a sentence. You know, it's insane. But she uses that, and she uses just vile language, and she's so assertive and threatening. She literally says, we know who you fuckers are, we're coming for you, we know what you've been up to, all the kiddly fiddling and whatnot, and we know all about it, and Trump's got all the information, and we're coming for you. And people kind of eat this up, and they see how, like, say, passionately threatening she is, and believe that she must know something. And to be honest, you know, my assessment from reviewing her is similar to that, perhaps now after the fact, of Charlie Ward. I'm not sure. You know, I fully believe that she has, you know, mental illness. And I think that, that perhaps she is receiving emails, and because she is so passionate about these, you know, these topics, you know, saving the children, she believes that she's working for whoever's emailing her. That is what I've come to, because, you know, she is incredibly overly, you know, I say overly, you can't ever be too overly passionate about, you know, this whole saving the kids, I'm going down the dumbs sort of thing, you know. And it's, you know, if her heart's in the right place, then great. We need people in this world who are, you know, are going to have their heart in the right place. But, you know, it tells me that she is concerned, and maybe not behind this front does not have much confidence if she is just continuously disabling comments and blocking people. And it makes me think that you know, perhaps she's scared of what might be said and what might come out. So yeah, anyone that attacks her, she viciously attacks, and then she will then make up one of the agencies and say that we know you're working for MI5, MI6, the Cabal, you know, CIA, Mossad. She will say anything, you know.
Just in case anyone's watching from the CIA that contacted me the other day, who pretended she wasn't,
to try and paint a picture of you. Oh yeah, you're obviously intelligence because you don't agree with me. So you know, and we know this, and we know what you've been up to, and we're coming for you. And people just, you know, run with what she says because, you know, she's saying that she's working for Trump and she's helped saving the children. So she's got to be not lying to you all, right? Wrong. So, you know, amongst these other claims, you know, recently, her latest claim is that Hillary Clinton has just been hanged at Gitmo. She says this information is coming out within the next couple of days to couple of weeks. So we'll know in a couple of weeks' time, you know, if this is all, everything that she says, you know, all this intel is absolute bullcrap.
Anyone that's thinking it's not true about Hillary Clinton, it is true. Charlie Ward had to sign an NDA to actually get that information. Officially, her death was at Guantanamo, and seemingly, I believe her choice was hanging. Obviously, for the real people that know what's going on and when she really went, let's forget about that. I'm just telling you, for the purpose of what's coming out to the mainstream public eventually, when this shit show gets fucking sorted.
One other thing to you know about Claire, when you're watching her videos, look at her eyes, look at them shift off to the right. Whenever she's about to say a lie, you'll see her eyes shift off to the right. You know, or you know, dart around. But yeah, it's a big sign of lying.
Hillary Clinton officially has been obviously tried at Guantanamo, and officially I think it was hung, okay? Unofficially, I think you'll find that a few of us knew what was going on anyway long ago, but the bottom line is, let's say for the official people and what's going to be coming out in the mainstream, not media.
So yes, she said that Charlie Ward has signed an NDA, of course he has, to get this information, and she says, but we all know that she actually died a long time ago, but yeah, this is what's officially going to come out, this is what's going to be official. So let's see if that official information comes out. I'm sure if you're watching this video back 2 weeks later, you'll see for yourselves. She absolutely idolises Charlie Ward, and I think this is part of, you know, feeding into her delusions. I think there's one fantasist fueling another fantasist, perhaps.
I'm starting to get lots of people asking me for interviews now, and ask Charlie for interviews. Charlie has just spoke to me 10 minutes on the phone, and I'm officially allowed to tell everyone that he has spoke to me, and officially we have the proof that she's gone. Charlie, I gave him a call tonight, and Charlie has signed an agreement. So the contractor signed that he knows what information he can say and what he can't say over the next coming weeks, and it has to be done in an Intel drop correctly. You know, the likes of Charlie, who I absolutely adore.
I mean, this woman says that Charlie Ward has recently accepted Chief of Staff under the job of Chief of Staff underneath Donald Trump. I don't think any of her followers really believe that, surely. I hope you don't believe that. So she's also said recently MPs are responsible or have been on YouTube threatening to rape her and to attack her and things like that. You know, if these people are MPs, surely they're in a public position. Do you really think they'd put their face on YouTube and make those sort of threats? It just makes no sense. I'm sure she's going to change the story once this video comes out and she realizes, like, you know, how silly those claims are.
There is a way of tracking energy. So when badness, dark energy, threatening behavior happens down the internet or in person even, and it can be anything like from something you touch or whatever, you can scan it through this technology we've got, and we can literally find people or situations. It's quite crazy, but it's true. Donald Trump has all this equipment and this technology. A couple of days ago, I had a couple of guys that looked like they were separate, but they weren't separate. They were part of the same paedophile ring in London, but they made out as though they're separate people, and they were gamers, and they were threatening my life and saying they were going to rape me and flame my skin, and then stand above me with my remains left over. And this was on YouTube.
Okay, she keeps mentioning these videos, people attacking her, threatening to rape and pillage and flail her or whatnot. Do these videos actually exist? If they do, someone please drop a link in the comments. Because, I mean, I might be wrong, but I don't think they even exist. Has anyone seen them? Yeah, I'd like to see who's putting that out there on YouTube. Apparently someone linked me up with that, but does it really exist?
2 days ago, I got my life threatened by these two supposed individuals. So I contacted someone in the know that deals with quantum technology and asked them as a favour, because I was highly concerned about the way that they put old satanic writing on things. So I knew they were definitely Satanists. Okay. So I did this. We got the information back, and I found out that one of them was a member of Parliament, and that the other one worked for the BBC, okay, and in media on the business side. So what I didn't tell you was the names. What I didn't tell you is who they're involved with. And I will tell you now, so you just understand where I'm fucking coming from. One's a Conservative MP. And this is one particular MP that I really fucking hate with a passion. Because I know he was at a Chinese restaurant. And I know they had a load of fucking Chinese food that wasn't Chinese food, okay? So that's all I'm going to say.
If these people existed, how would she know what they ordered at the Chinese restaurant? I mean, have you got a receipt you can show? Where is this information coming from, or is it again fabricated?
The other one he's involved with, they've got a business relationship. He's a Labour MP. Okay, this Labour MP, I've got his name, and I've got the Conservatives MP's name. I also know one of their wives is into paedophilia as well. Not both of them, but one of them is. So, without going into detail, they ordered some Muppets to go after me and basically threaten me with what they were going to do. And that they were going to flame my skin and rape me and pillage me and all this. You know, that my boss and quite a number of Navy SEALs know these guys are all in a satanic paedophile ring. We know and we've given the drops of all the intelligence to London. Now, my boss has got the names of you, and you're very important names that are quite prominent. So whatever you think you're going to do to me, you need to understand I'm anchored in Christ, and you will be absolutely scorched off this earth, and all your family will, if you think you're going to come after me. I happen to have quantum, which means I fucking know who you are, and you just didn't know it was possible, did you? Because you lot, you cabal, you really thought you were going to get that system, and you didn't get it, did you? Because guess what? President Trump and his crew that are coming after you all have all that. So they know what they can do and what they can find and what they can not find. They know how to map people through everything to do with your energy in your body. Once I get the go-ahead, I am going to fucking crack the biggest bottle of champagne ever. But the people at Special Forces that are around me at the moment have just confirmed, because this is my second take, don't put the names down because they've got the names.
Oh, your team told you not to mention them, not to mention their names, did they? Oh, that's convenient, yeah.
I don't need to threaten you.
So I first found out about Claire when Charlie Ward was making the many threat videos towards me after after making 30 Reasons and a few other subsequent videos. He was trying damage control, and he was trying to say that I was MI5, MI6, going to send the lawyers around his house, going to send the boys around his house. And on one of those videos, he said, these trolls have been attacking me and Claire. And I thought, who's Claire? I've never heard of this Claire girl. So anyway, I did not know this Claire. I'd never heard of her. So how could I have attacked her? I don't know why Charlie tagged her name in that statement. And it was probably because, well, she's like a pit bull, very vocal, very vulgar. She's not a very pleasant, she doesn't present herself as a very pleasant person. I watched one of her video where she was saying about these trolls attacking Charlie and attacking her and attacking people in the truth community. And she goes, oh, and we found out who they all are and know all their addresses, just like Charlie did. And Paul, we know who you are and we're on to you. And I'm thinking, and she carries on and says, we found out two of them were MPs for two different political groups, and we found out that one of them is a ex-Scotland Yard or a current Scotland Yard, I can't remember, police officer who is covering up for them, which I assumed was me because Charlie had at first called me a disgraced copper. So anyway, I heard her talk about this Paul as well. We know who you are, we know where you live, Paul. And the more she went into it, she started saying this Paul has been we know what you've been up to, you've been attacking children, this, that and the other. And the more she spoke, I thought, oh well, this one's not about me. So who else is, I know there's lots of people calling out Charlie Ward, and rightly so, in the community now, and more will come. But I just thought, this Paul doesn't, align with me. I've never mentioned her before. So, this must be another guy. I hope that she kind of leaks who this other YouTuber or, personality is so I can watch his videos too. However, I later have come to find that this Paul is, she thinks is me. She's putting in a following by saying, look, I talk to Charlie Ward all the time. I am in the UK. I'm on the front line. She says this with lots of swear words in between, but I am, on the front line. I'm emptying the dumps. I know what's real. I know these people, and clearly she doesn't have a clue, just like Charlie. So it is kind of hilarious, but. So she says that obviously the way that she's hooking people is she's saying that she's on the front line of these dumbs and will be emptying them, and of course that she's working for Donald Trump.
And the bottom line is we all need to go back to our quantum, which is to do with our inner being and understanding our inside, what's going on. I don't know what happened to me, but I do know one thing. I got downloaded some shit that maybe I shouldn't have gotten. It should have been for some fucking Navy SEAL somewhere. And instead they gave it to some motherfucker like me, okay? I don't know what happened, but I have got a serious download package of some real serious shit, and I am going after that. The intel is already with America. I know that the particular person we all know about, he's going down. Okay, big time going down. There's a few MPs that are going down. I'm not going to say the names in here, and there's not because I'm frightened of them, because honestly, they're not even fit to wipe my arse. They just have no idea how fucking strong I am. The reason why I'm not mentioning them is for legal reasons, okay? They are going to be going down, and there's a lot of intel on them that is in the correct hands at the moment. And when I say the correct hands, I'm talking about the military. Please understand, we are bypassing these motherfuckers judges.
And so recently, the reason I'm doing this video, I was going to just leave it alone because I thought everyone will see in their own time, and they will see through evidence given, you know, that's 30 reasons why I don't trust Charlie Ward, etc. And then they will see that she's idolising this guy and apparently working for this guy. This is her boss. So they will soon go, you know, what a nutter, and stop watching her. But unfortunately, she's for herself. She's come into my Telegram and viciously attacked me, calling me Paul, a paedophile, working for Matt Hancock. Just a bunch of but everything that she ever says is never evidenced. Guys, please prove me wrong. Anything that she's ever said, any intel she's ever given, has ever come true, please share with me.
And you know, I will pre-warn you. You know, this video, I'm going to be showing you how she today, while I was doing what any normal person would be doing on a Sunday, seeing family and, you know, not really paying attention to my Telegram, she, for about 2 hours, whilst I was busy, she jumped into my Telegram. She left about 50 odd voice notes. She called everyone in there paedophiles. She was, as she usually is, extremely foul-mouthed, and she was just presented herself awfully. But she then brought, when she got some kickback from people saying, hang on a minute, you can't come in here and say everyone's a paedophile. She then brought in the cavalry, as she said, and brought lots of people over and then asked them all to report the channel. So what resulted in that, before I could then get on and respond, was comical, was YouTube gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play her messages. And again, I'm having to rate this video as 18 plus for foul language, all coming from the Great British Foul. And so guys, if you are not prepared to hear a lot of F-bombs, etc., and a lot of threats and some just utterly horrible behavior, please stop this video now, because she is vile. So without further ado, let's go into my Telegram and I'll start playing through the messages and we'll see what she had to say when she jumped into my chat. Here we go.
Hi Paul, I'm just leaving this message for you, Truth Seeker. All right, obviously we know who you are, and I'm just letting you know now. Obviously we've located a few other of you, so we're going after you tomorrow. All right, so you can delete me all you want off this, but we're going to make sure now, from now on, if you go after children, which is what you've been doing, you've been going online and going after children, innocent children, and you're not going to get away with it. And as you know, it's my job to stop all that. So I'm sorry, this is going to stop. If you're going to have a...
As I know, it's her job to, presuming I'm Paul, which I'm not, as I know it's her job to stop all that, I don't believe that for 1 second. You know, I don't believe at all that this woman, you know, is in charge of stopping all of the paedophilia out there and emptying dumbs full of children. She even says that, you know, there's incoming intel over the next few weeks, and that Charlie, of course, on the phone to her, had said, look, about to sign a military NDA, of course. No, as I know that she's involved in all this, no. I've only just heard about you 2 weeks ago, and to be honest, you are not. Let's carry on. I won't go further.
Or against adults, that's fine, but you don't bring innocent children into it, end seeker. Paul, okay, see you later. I know that MI5 and MI6 are good organisations, but when you've got people...
Okay, so let's stop it there. She's talking about, she know what, you don't bring children into this. I've never brought children into anything. Where is this coming from? Okay, so on 30 Reasons, at one point, I talk about Charlie's promotion of his son's TikTok channel. That is as far as it's gone. Anyone will see, anyone, even if they follow that man, will go, okay, that is questionable. Perhaps he shouldn't be doing that. You know, knowing what TikTok is, you know, I wasn't wrong for bringing that up. I've never brought children into anything else. I've never said anything like that. I am all for saving the children. You know, it's just nonsense. And what it is it's pinning things to me. It's trying to trigger, you know, put trigger words in there. You will see this more as it continues.
Work within an MI organisation, and they're setting a group up like this, and they're going after men that have got innocent children. That's when the fucking cookie crumbles. And I am
right. So that's where the cookie crumbles. You can't go after anyone if they've got children, right? No matter what they're doing, the cookie crumbles because of the children. What children? Well, they have children. A lot of people have children. A lot of bad people have children. What are you on about?
Not scared of any of you motherfuckers. So I'm going to tell you now, Paul. Okay, don't set a group up like this and pretend to everybody you're an innocent bystander when you're feeding fucking shit out to the masses. All right. MI5 and MI6 are good organisations, and you know damn well you work for one of them, all right? But you're working as a rogue operative, okay? We are good.
Okay, so if I worked for MI5 and MI6 and I was a rogue operative, do you not think they would shut that down? How dumb do you think that the MI5 and MI6 are? Like, seriously. Do you not think if I was going rogue and doing this and I worked for MI5 and MI6 that they would not shut me down? You even say that they are a good, you know, they are a good organisation and you're smearing their name by doing this. It makes no sense, Claire. Seriously.
And make sure we go public with this to everybody. So if I was you, I'd run for the fucking hills, man. No, I didn't
not
say
running
that.
Anywhere.
And you know, I didn't say that. And you know that, Mr. Chow. We know who you are as well.
Right. So someone in my Telegram had piped up and said something. And immediately she says, no, I'm not saying that, Mr. Chow. And we know who you are too. Yeah, of course you do. I'm sure you know everyone in my Telegram chat. I'm sure that you have the background information on everyone. And that's why you're desperately having to come into my Telegram chat and leave 100 or so messages. Right.
What I said to you was, get all your facts together and do it in the correct way, okay? And you're not doing that. What you're doing is this, and it's PSYOP, all right? So if you're going to go for PSYOP, you've got to understand that we do work under Donald Trump. So we're not going to put up with this fucking shit.
Of course you do.
Get and choose your side, okay? Because we will be choosing ours. And I've warned you about this earlier, okay? I really did. And I mean it sincerely. Nothing to do with Charlie or anyone else. I'm a mother and I've got a child. Charlie's got a child. We've all got children. Be very cautious what you do for children if it's going to affect them.
Right. Okay. Again, it is, look, I've got a child and Charlie's got a child. So we are completely innocent. That is not a medal of, you know, I am not shilling you guys. That just means you're a mother. Most of us out here are mothers or fathers. It does not excuse you for misleading people in any shape or form. And it definitely did not Charlie Ward.
And I warned you about that. You're going to be dealt with correctly and the QC on hand ready. I'm out there, out and proud, the great British bird. All my phone numbers, everything, pictures are out there of me, my family and everything. It tells a lot when you've got hidden profiles on people like MSeeker and all these people. Hidden profiles, hidden numbers and everything. And then you're trying to make out to these good people that are online that you're decent people. You're not decent people.
Right, okay. So her claim to innocence is that she's public about who she is. MSeeker hiding behind a profile. Why wouldn't this is? I mean, it's been brought up before. Why would I not hide behind a profile when I am exposing people with a lot of money, with running a massive racket online, and having lots of connections in the darker side of things, right? If I'm calling these people out and trying to help people, why would I go on there and say, yeah, by the way, I live here, come and get me? You know, Charlie Ward has already said, look, I'm sending boys around your house. I'm sending lawyers around your house. You even say, and you say later on, we're coming to get you. You're threatening violence, as Charlie has. It would make no sense for me to go, and guys, here I am, come and get me. No, what am I hiding behind? I am putting out there important information which many people are taking notice of. And it's out there in plain to see and hard evidenced, right? That you people are ruining people's lives. You people are lying to people, right? You people are taking money off of people because they feel helpless, because they want to save the children. And you guys are lying and profiting off of that. That is disgusting. Yeah? So I can say that. And why would I then have to jeopardize my own privacy for that? Think about it. Anyone that's not thought about that logically, think about that.
You need to know who you really work for, okay? And it's the truth's out, and I don't give a fuck if I don't end up living after today. I'm telling you now,
Oh, really?
I'm uncovering you for what you are, and you are not getting away with it because we know who you work for, and you are not working for good sound. And while we're on the subject, by the way, Matt Hancock is a fucking paedophile, so why are you protecting him?
Right. Who said anything about Matt Hancock? You know, the only thing I've ever said about Matt Hancock was in a video where I was talking about the absolute calamity of the British government trying to handle this lockdown situation and how it's affecting people's mental health, which is obviously very important to me. So why are you bringing this in? Is this buzzwords again? Is this, hey guys, look, you know, I'm going to talk about this and this is what's important. Look over here, not over there. Don't look at all the dark stuff about, you know, people I'm affiliated with. This is the big problem. And this is what we're speaking out again.
How come you're not bringing Prince Andrew or Matt Hancock or what's the other guy? Oh no, I better not say that one yet. That one's not going to be out this week.
That one's not going to be out this week. Okay, which week is going to be out? Let's watch what she brings out. How come I'm not calling out Matt Hancock? Like I said, I have for his poor handling of the, you know, this whole situation. What are you trying to say here? You know, what can I do from my capacity? That is what's important. So what I've been doing is bringing a lot of value to a lot of people, is helping a lot of people from my capacity. You know, I don't have this team that you know, this secret special forces team that you have to go into underground dums and physically pull children out of dums, apparently, which I can't wait for you to show the evidence for, Claire. Let's see that evidence. Any evidence that you are involved in that. Let's have it. Let's see that. And if you are, then fantastic, because I'm all for saving the children, and I never have said anything otherwise. Okay, and that's important. You know, the people that really are on the front lines trying to save the children, I have the utmost respect for. You know, unfortunately, you know, I don't have the tools to physically do something like you're claiming that you do regarding, you know, saving children from deep underground military bases, right? What I do have the capacity to do is what I am doing, and I'm doing a very good job of it. And you seem to be extremely worried about how good a job I am doing of that.
This fucker that set up this group is working for a psyop organisation that's funded by the fucking paedophiles. By the way, Darren,
right.
We call you Darren. I'm not interested in you lot.
This is another person in our group.
I'm interested in the monkey, not the fucking organ grinder. All right, so just step the fuck aside. M-Seeker, you know I'm coming for you. And
I'm coming for you.
All right?
I'm coming for you now.
I'm going to make sure that you are brought down because you're working in a good organisation and you're fucking the job up for security for Great Britain because you're making that name of that organisation look bad, and you know they're not bad. You're fucking rogue. By the way,
you know what? I'm kind of flattered that she thinks that I'm such a big shot in intelligence and the security of our country. However, it is just more, it's just like, you know, it's come straight from Charlie. You know, there's no stock behind it, and please prove me wrong, because you can't. There is no stock. I'm a normal guy, like all of you out there watching me right now. I'm a normal guy that with a normal life, right, that has the capacity to do what I'm doing, and feels very strongly about helping people in this shit show of a position, you know, of this world that we're in right now. You know, there's a, you know, you didn't have this 10, 15 years ago. You didn't have such a truth community, and the whole 17 letter thing has sparked something in many people. Great. Now they are looking into things. You know, that's a positive from that. There's so many people now waking up, I say, or diet woke, you know, and listening to many people that are profiting off of how scared people are to be woken up. And Charlie Ward is one of the worst ones. And I clearly had evidenced my own concerns. I didn't say 30 reasons to whatever. I didn't say 30 reasons to. I said 30 reasons why I don't trust him. Listen to them. Then do what you will with that information. Many people have gone, you know what? Great work, great research. There's something there, and these people are running scared right now.
How come you're not mentioning about who your boss works for, Darren? How come you're not mentioning who Seeker is? Let's just ask you that. I'm not bothered about Charlie, right? I don't give a fuck what you want to do with him. I'm talking about innocent children that you're going after. Why aren't you meant?
I'm talking about innocent children you're going after. Where? Evidence, please, Claire. Evidence. Any shred, single little piece of evidence. Anything. Just a little piece. Or is it a buzzword? Or is it you're going after children? Lots of people are like, oh, right, okay, she's the good guy because she said they're going after children. Never, ever have I done anything, you know, evidence, please. That's all I'll say on that. Ridiculous.
Who Seeker's boss is.
Who's my boss?
Yourself that, Darren, because you fucking know who it is, don't you?
Darren doesn't have a clue, actually, but he's a supporter of my work.
Really, really damned yourself, all of you. You've damned yourself because you know we fucking won this war. So we are definitely going to make sure. And
Who's we?
Sure I've got a breath in my.
You mean the grifter circle?
I will uncover you lot for what you are. I've already sent this to Charlie and everybody else.
That's right. I'm Paul.
Sent it to my American friends.
Your American friends, huh?
Going down, and I don't mean not legally. I mean legally.
Right, these American friends. Okay. You know, I have a feeling this Claire, you know, like kind of Charlie, believes at least a lot of what she is saying. And I think that Charlie has fueled that in her. You know, it's just like letting a rabid animal off the leash with his own form of indoctrination, you know, and his information, you know, his intel.
They have everything, and I will make sure you fuckers go down. To paedophiles, Darren, right? No problem with that. You know I'm fucking against paedophiles. It's what I fight for in the country. That's Great British Bird. That's what I'm all about. But tell me something. Why are you not telling everybody on here that Seeker's getting funded by the same organisation that's running our country? Why aren't you telling anyone, Darren? Why aren't you telling everyone the truth? Hey?
Again, you know, Darren only is in my group because of he appreciates the work as many people do, and more people are, and that's why these people are scared. Why don't you, Darren, tell everyone who my boss is? Because Darren doesn't know who my boss is. My boss doesn't know what I'm doing. Yes, I do work. I have a full-time job. I'm a normal person. I don't do this. You know, I am not like, you know, that whole circle, or the Charlie Ward and all that, who make a living of this. You know, when have I ever said, guys, cash at me? You know, I've never asked for money. Never. That's not what I get out of this. What I get out of this is helping people. What I get out of this is showing where people are lying to you, and I stick to that. I go, look, here's fact A and here's fact B. Yeah. I don't start saying, yes, but we know that Claire is such and such. Private message me, I'll give you that information. I know that Charlie is such and such. No, I said, he said this didn't happen. Chill.
Tell everybody on here the truth, who he is getting paid by. Hey, if you don't think you know who I am, Donald Trump's in fucking Scotland in 2 weeks. So how the fuck would I know that, you?
I can't wait to see her in a picture with Donald Trump in 2 weeks' time. Claire, I can't wait to see that. We're all waiting for your confirmation of you knowing Donald Trump.
Huh? So let's see you deal with that one. Hiding behind fake fucking profiles. Put your facial pictures on like I've done. There's no lies about me. The Great British Bird there to empty dums and go after fucking paedophiles. You lot are hiding behind signs that you're not even yourself, are you? That should show every 230 people that's on this group that you're lying twats, all of you. You know you are getting funded by the same organisation that's protecting fucking Matt Hancock.
Right.
Can I say?
By the way, I want to point out at this point, you know, this started at something like 6:30 p.m. on a Sunday evening, and of course, I was living my normal life at that time, not paying attention to this. The whole thing happened within 2 hours of me not checking my Telegram. She sent like 70 angry voice notes. Whenever she says, "Why don't you say this? Why have you said that?" It's not referring to me. I did not send one single message in that space of time because I did not know it was happening. So, you know, the people like Darren, who's in my chat, had addressed her, and that's who she's responding to. She's never responding to me because I was never there to get a word in edgeways in between these 70 odd Telegram messages.
All I know is if you go and got my bank account for the last 2 years, you'll see there's nearly 200 grand gone on military people that are on the street, not getting fucking fed or funded by this organisation called our government.
Okay, so if you go onto her accounts, you will see that she has given 200 grand to people that the government are not helping. Evidence, please.
While they're going out playing paedophiles and actually at Chinese restaurants fucking kids. Okay.
What?
So forget that for a minute.
Chinese restaurants,
I'm not going to put up with this shit anymore. All right. I'm just not going to put up with it. And I don't give a fuck about anybody else other than the innocent kids. You want to do whatever you want to do, that's fine. But don't go after innocent kids.
This is her tagline. You know, you do what you want to do. I am here for the innocent kids. And you do what you want, but don't go after innocent kids. It's manipulation. It's like kind of almost reverse psychology. It's just like, I'm here for the kids. They abuse kids. You know, and people will magnetize to that because people are like, oh, well, I'm here for the kids. I'm on your side, Claire.
And I'll fucking come after you. You fucking liar. You're getting funded and you're a liar. And that's what I'm going to prove now. I'm going to make sure I get that paper trail.
Go on then. Prove it. Prove it. Go for it. What I can prove is what I'm proving now, which is you are unhinged. What I can prove and will prove is that you will come up with nothing. What I can prove and will prove is that these are lies. What I can prove and will prove is all of this stuff that you're feeding your followers, you're no better than the rest of these grifters.
Yeah.
I'll prove that.
Okay, because we have guys in London as well. I'll get that paper trail. I'm going to fucking publish it. You fucking liar. You're funded.
Let's see the paper trail. Prove it. Evidence, please, Claire. Evidence.
And you are telling these good people on this group lies. Utter lies. You're in bed with Matt Hancock, then stop fucking lying. I do everything for free for the people of this planet. You lot are getting funded. You
don't get funded, but you had 200 grand to give to people that are struggling, that the government are not helping. You're not funded, huh? Okay. And you're working with Charlie Ward, a known shill, and you're working underneath Trump. You're not funded, but we're funded. Where's the evidence of that? If I was funded, do you really think that I would have done all my initial videos with no following and doing it just out of the goodness of my heart with a crappy mic and a crappy camera, so bad that the quality of the videos is quite hard to watch? However, the information in there is so important to people that are believing in a fake king that my following grew, even though the videos were rubbish in terms of quality. You know, if I had all this money and was being funded by the deep state, I mean, it's plain for everyone to see. I've said this before. You know, if you think that there was psyops running and there was the intelligence services running information through YouTubers, do you think they would have chose someone who, you know, at the time when I was doing the Greg Hallett thing, you know, had 2,000, 3,000 followers? No, they would do it through what I said back then. Someone with, 32,000 followers, which was Charlie Ward at the time, and now he's apparently got 11 million. They're the sort of people that would be controlled, especially when they have a very connected to the elite deep state likely background. Yeah, using little old me? No. My following has grown organically through people knowing that I'm a genuine guy, giving facts and asking nothing for it. You can't say the same about your crowd.
behind the scenes, and you know you are, and you're lying on here, lying. And this time, mate, it's going to be the end of days for M fucking Seeker. Just in case, Darren, when you do get to the front door, here's my fucking face playing polo. All right, and I'm waiting for you with a fucking mallet ready to shove it up your fucking jacksie, you two-faced twat, being paid.
Wow. Yeah, unhinged. A photo that she showed, you know, in the chat. You said, "Here's my face," you know. This is who I am. She's playing polo. She's on the back of a horse playing polo, you know. Like other polo players that are also Charlie Ward's friends, you know, like Jack Kidd connected to Ghislaine Maxwell, you know, like, you know, elitist people do, rich people do, people not like me and you, people that are actually in bed with nasty people.
And fucking mercenary for that bloody...
Let me just clarify, not that every polo player is in bed with the cabal and stuff. I'm just saying, interesting connection.
Okay, so I've had to stop whilst editing the video because last night I sat through and did commentary on all of her voice notes, and I've just looked back now, and we're only half an hour through, and I've looked, and there's 2 hours worth of her voice notes, and you know, I think you get the picture. So what I'm going to do from now is I want to speed things up a bit and just show some highlights. But what have we had so far? We've had that, you know, that I'm an agent and that she knows who I am and I'm Paul. And she's called everyone in the group paedophiles. She said that I'm working for Matt Hancock. Just some ridiculous claims with no evidence. All of this with no evidence. We've seen her threatening anal rape towards me, you know, by 6'5" men. She's claimed that she's got an army, you know, a crack team that, you know, is going inside these dumbs. No evidence of any of that. You know, some absolutely crazy stuff. So what else does she go on to say? She claims in the group that 6 weeks ago, we know that someone on your Telegram chat committed suicide, a 17-year-old boy, right? I've had Telegram 3 weeks, and I've had my group for 2 weeks. So there's that. Just another lie, no evidence at all to that. There's nothing to that. She just made that up as a manipulation technique. And that's the thing, people will believe... You know, people go, like, you know, people will believe anything she says. They hang on her every word. They do what she says. She then later, she goes on to bring loads of her cavalry to the chat. So she asks all of her Telegram chat to come over, and then she asks all of her Telegram chat to report us all. There does come a time where people get fed up with listening to her and call her out for her foul mouth and these accusations that she's making. So I'll show a bit of that. When I finally do come on 2 hours into her rant, she, you know, I make a voice note and she's stopped talking. And, you know, she doesn't say anything else. We know she's seen it because she says in her Telegram chat, you know, that I'd replied with some voice notes, and she then tells everyone to report my channel. She tells everyone to report the Telegram because it's full of paedophiles, and she tells them all to get out quickly as possible. They don't want them to hear my response, you know. And then so she doesn't say anything all night. She comes on the next morning with a completely different demeanor and completely ignores me and ignores my voice notes, and tries to backtrack on some of the claims that she was making. She also says that I've been trying to attack children or their families and their children. Again, absolutely no evidence. Ask her for any evidence of me doing that, and it appears that she was talking about someone else from another chat that I don't even know. So yeah, if that's happened, I mean, that's terrible, but it wasn't me. But she's trying to pin that on me too, and tell all of her followers that that's what I'm doing and what my group's been doing, which is not true. She even goes on to say that, oh, I've just had a phone call and I've just found out, you fuckers, you're deeper than I thought. And now I know that not only are you MI5 and MI6, you're also CCP. All of you are CCP. And she doesn't even know what the Chinese Communist Party is. But she says, yeah, I've just found out that's what you are as well. It's just unbelievable, the amount of stuff that she makes up, throws, tries to get this shit to stick, pins it to us, and then tries to gather her troops around her, people that hang on her every word, that she's indoctrinated, and say to get us closed down. And what are you scared of? What are you scared of, Claire? Because I would suggest it's too much truth. Okay, so I'm gonna speed it up. I'm just gonna show some very short clips to try and get through the rest of it, because like I say, there's still another hour and a half, and I'm not prepared to subject you guys to listening to another hour and a half of her rant. It's going around in circles. I will pick out the highlights and show you the rest.
Anyone else that's on this group that's not sure and they think I'm a raving nutter, go and find me, Great British Bird, okay? My number's online and you can get hold of me, and I'll give you the facts about these guys, all of these guys, every single bit of evidence we've got.
Okay, guys, anyone out there that's listening to this video that has got facts or evidence from Claire, please share it. Please share this information that she has or that she doesn't have. This lady is unhinged.
Paul's gone very quiet. What is he? Is he actually working today? Is he? Is in MI?
What do you mean I've gone very quiet? I was never there. What, are you trying to get people who are just starting to listen in go, oh yeah, where has he gone? Why has he gone quiet? I was never there. I never had a chance to even respond to you. Don't start using that as if like I've gone quiet because you're talking, because I would not shy away from talking to you, you grifter.
Or is he on a day off with his kids in fucking Surrey? Oh, sorry, did I forget to...
Right. First of all, I was with my family today, as any normal, respectable, and it doesn't need to be respectful, but any normal person would do on a Sunday afternoon, early evening. You know, I don't need to be on my Telegram. Like, what do I do? Yeah. And even if I was in the intelligence agency, do you think I'd go in on a Sunday? Would I need to? Yeah, and then she drops, what, out with your kids in Surrey or something? You are so far off the mark, Claire. I don't live in Surrey. Put it that way.
Tell you I know his address. As I said to you before, days ago, and I fucking warned you online. What? Do not go after fucking kids, right?
Never have. Why do you keep saying this?
Let's start. How would you feel if I came after your family and started researching into your family? Are you all telling me online here that you're actually fucking innocent?
I never come after your family.
I don't know about Charlie. What I do know
Nuts.
is the fact that I work for him, but you never didn't work for him.
I don't know Charlie, but what I do know about it is that I work for him. Let's rewind.
He works for Donald Trump. That's how I know him, because you're actually fucking innocent and you've got no skeletons.
Listen to this.
I don't know about Charlie. What I do know is the fact that I work for him.
I don't know about Charlie, but what I do know is the fact that I work for him. You don't know about your own boss. You're out here saying all this stuff to us. I bet you've not even watched that 30 Reasons, have you, Claire? I don't know about Charlie. What I do know is I work for him. And you're out here saying, who's M-Seeker's boss? Who does he work for? You don't know. You've just admitted. You don't even know who you work for. You don't even know about their background, about Top of the Pops, about number 19 on the 30 Reasons. You don't even know about any of that because you wouldn't pay attention to that. You don't know about the child tracking victim that was on his show. I'm sure you do know about that, but you're going to blank over that. You don't know about Charlie. Of course you do. So many people have been blocked from your Telegram, blocked, kicked off straight away. And from your YouTube, you turn off, you disable your comments overnight so no one can slip in truth. That's how truthful you are. You don't know about any of these things, apparently. You know about them, right? You don't know anything about your boss, but you know that you work for him and you know that he works for Trump. Evidence, please. If you can't give us the evidence, how do you know he works for Trump? How do you know you're working for Trump? I'm sure she'll tell us in a bit.
But he never didn't work for him. He works for Donald Trump. That's how I know him, because he works for DT,
You don't know him through Donald Trump. You don't. Anyone, even your followers, I'm sure, will know that that's not true. You've not gone, oh, hey, Donald, how you do you know this guy called Charlie Ward? Oh, yeah, he's also British. He lives in the crime capital for expats from Britain in Spain. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll have to link you two up. No, Donald Trump did not say that to you, Claire. That's not how you know him. He's told you he's worked for Donald Trump, no doubt, and you've gone, oh, so do I, Charlie. Yeah, two fantasists.
Fucking work for. And you're sitting on here and you're all like thinking that this is a joke. Do you understand why this was set up from Israel?
You're a
organisation. Have you any idea why? Because the NSA can follow everything, you stupid fucks.
Yeah, okay. The NSA, yeah, they told you I was Paul, did they?
That's why it was done, because then it can't be hidden behind Zuckerberg and all that wankers. So we'll have you. All right. And as I said, I'm not interested in Charlie. I'm interested in the kids.
You're not interested in Charlie. You're interested in the kids. You're not interested in who you work for. You know, if people put forward stuff saying, okay, you're interested in the kids, so let me tell you this about that. But no, I'm not interested in who I work for. I'm here to fight for the kids. Who cares who I work for? But I know these guys work for these people. You're a joke.
And that means that you lot that are actually involved in this, that means you obviously don't give a fucking shit about the kids, which you don't.
Bollocks.
Michelle, it is. And now I'm starting to wonder how many people are on this that are actually paid or not paid. And obviously, I don't know if you are actually. I can't feel it at the moment. But what I would say is...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sure my whole Telegram full of 126 people, as it were, are absolutely paid to be on a Telegram chat to talk to each other. Okay.
Yeah, I am really angry. Do you know what happened?
You're always angry.
My son,
always.
He's 18. It's just an innocent kid. Got targeted because some fucker like this puts shit on, right? And
right, some effort like this put like videos out or whatever. So not me then. So it's not me that's done that. Are you admitting that, are you?
Then granted, they took it down the next day because they worked for MI, you know what. And guess what they did? They came after my son. So yeah, of course I'm fucking angry. You lot, you just think this is a joke, don't you? You just
like what you're saying is a joke. You know, you're not. None of this is real. This is all fantasy for you. You know, and then to bring in your son about this again, it's manipulation. Anyone listening in, you know, without me giving context to this, I didn't even know about her, let alone her son. I've got nothing to do with that. If someone did, I am sorry. That is out of order. I am not for people doxing people. I'm not for people going after people's children. Like, that is just, for me, that's a no-no. If someone said to me, right, okay, well, I know that you're exposing these con men, let's, like, go into their kids, I'll be like, no, off limits. You know? So don't start purporting to your fans that is a tactic that I use. I wouldn't go near that tactic. Okay? Stop trying to paint a picture of me that doesn't care about children, even, like, you know, any children, your children, his children. Like, I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of any families. I don't want anyone, any family of anyone that is, you know, scamming people to be involved. I just want them to be caught out for scamming, and if necessary, to be taken to court, to be held accountable for the damage that they're doing to people's lives, for the damage that Charlie's doing to people's lives, for the damage that now you're doing to people's mental health and lives. And we will soon get to the bottom of that truth. People will soon know what you're all about.
I think it's all a big fucking joke. Well, it's not, okay? I'm not interested in Charlie. I'm interested in the kids.
Of course you're not.
As I've kept
your own boss,
the kids. All right, keeping all the kids safe. And if any of you on here have got fucking kids, then I'm asking you to dig deep and tell yourself, is that appropriate or not? Michelle, it is. And now...
Is what appropriate? And again, you're saying anyone who's got kids, you should be on my side. Bollocks.
Just nip back to get a bit of cavalry, because obviously Darren and everybody else will...
At this point, about 70 of her followers, she'd obviously said in her Telegram, everyone pile into M-Seeker's Telegram and troll them. Yeah, tactics that are... When have I ever said, everyone go into... I mean, I didn't even know about Claire. She was nobody. But anyone go into Charlie Ward's chats and troll them. Everyone go, you know, when did I ever say that? You know, she's literally gone back after having some people going, you know what, you're an arsehole, you know, you're vile. You know, why are you throwing these accusations around? Where's your evidence? Well, she's gone back and she's gone, guys, all come with me. Let's go and troll these people in this chat. Yeah, I'm sure tactics that all of you out there watching would agree with. Yeah.
Want to see what you are. Once we find out a bit more of you, we're going to publicise this group for everything it is. All the people that are coming on, they're going to publicise you.
The publicising, please, thank you for the publicisation, if that's the word. I see that many people join my group at your request, and I see that lots of them are sitting there now as sleepers, and they can stay there, and they will, and we will show them who you guys all are. That's great. There's a few people that went in there and started going complete, you know, all out war, throwing around accusations and stuff. I've deleted those people because, you know, they are fully indoctrinated. They are only there to troll. The rest of you that are still in the Telegram group that have been sent over from Claire, you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to hear all the evidence that we have.
Motherfuckers. All right, let's see how you go on from there. All right. Come on, Mr. Chow, where are we up to now? Kiddie fiddling, aren't we? Isn't that what you said you were into? Kiddie fiddling.
Mr. Chow in the group never said that.
Protecting the innocent through Matt Hancock, a kiddie fiddler that actually used satanic children and had a £65,000 bill, and then the restaurant shut down the next day. But Donald Trump already knew all.
Again, this has no relevance to me or anyone in the chat at all. She's now on a rant about you know, UK politicians and how they're connected to, you know, bad stuff. There's no relevance to me or the chat. She's just doing that as a kind of, you know, that's what I'm fighting for.
Protecting him. Why are you protecting Prince Andrew? What's going on? Protecting the innocent.
We've never protected Prince. I've never protected Prince Andrew. You know, I think what he had done is despicable. And I think that they tried to downplay the damage of that. I've never, ever stuck up for those people. And because I'm calling out other bad people and not those bad people, which lots of people are calling out, I'm protecting them. Does anyone see the sense in that? Do I not have the right to have my own niche of taking down bad people? Whether or not you think the bad people over here on this scale, the bad people over here on this scale, do I not, you know, being actually one of the, you know, at the forefront of exposing bad people, do I not have the right to attack this instead of this when many people are attacking this? You know, do I not have the right to... Anyway, there's no sense in that. That's all I'm trying to say.
It's gone a bit quiet now, haven't you? Seeker, what is it?
Again, I've not been in this chat the whole time. I think she's saying the chat's gone a bit quiet rather than me. Seeker, where are you? I'm enjoying my Sunday. Like,
you're working back in MI today or something? Is that what's going on? I think we need to call MI5 and MI6 and let them know you've got some cunts working in the organisation.
Yeah, again, a point I made earlier. I'm sure that MI5 and MI6 are completely oblivious, if I was to work for them, that I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm sure that they are that dumb, but don't worry, Claire's on the case.
Only a couple, but these cunts need to go, don't they? Because they're working rogue, aren't they?
Yeah,
rogue
of course.
For a paedophile ring in London. Darren, let's just be very, very clear of this. Robert Steele is a personal friend of mine.
Here we go. Here's the whole Robert David Steele is a personal friend of mine. And I think, you know, we've spoken about this before. You know, there is a circle. There is a close-knit secondary mainstream media that has indoctrinated a lot of people. People have gone, oh, all these sheep watching the mainstream media. Then they've all flocked in to the secondary mainstream media. And they believe that's where the news comes from. And what they do is they bounce off the news from each other, and it becomes a created truth network. RDS is right at the top of that. Ex-CIA. Who's ever ex-CIA?
Robert Steele is CIA. And when he fucking tells me what's happening with Charlie,
CIA,
then I take it from there. Because
so, RDS, this one guy is CIA. And what he tells me, I will take for gospel. I won't listen to anyone else's information on my own boss. if this guy who is CIA tells me that, that is the truth. Nice one.
He's the guy that helped me get the intel on the dumbs. So you...
Right, okay. So you're this big UK personality taking down the dumbs. All your information has come through this grifter network. All, like, that is where you've got it from. Bingo. Caught out. So Charlie Ward and RDS are your informants. That's how you know they're all working for Trump. A CIA agent and, you know, a con man living in Marbella. They are your parameters of truth. That is how you know this. Jesus.
No fucking idea what you're talking about. Wind and piss, mate. Wind and fucking piss. Michelle, can I tell you something? Leaving school at 16 and getting an education of life by making my fucking way in life and giving back to society. I can afford to have the ego I've got. Your excuse, what's that? You're standing behind.
Boy, is that some ego.
This group. Is that what you really want out of life? Darren, you've just said Robert Steele's nuts today.
RDS is absolutely nuts. Like cuckoo. I don't know if you've seen his Miss Piggy begging for money.
Robert may get killed, but I'm invincible.
Grifter. Nuts. Maybe he was CIA. If he was, he still is, in my opinion.
Right, guys, everybody that's on this group, can you do me a favour? Can you contact Telegram, please, and report the group and that it's run by an operative from an organisation in London? And
sorry, by what evidence or proof?
Falsely, he's putting himself out there, please. Obviously, I've already got a code from the police, which I've been using this morning. I know.
Obviously, you have.
Already said I was going to deal with this. So we're going to go after you now, legally, through the correct channels, okay?
Good luck. Go after Paul, why don't you?
And uncover you for what you are. And let's hope your bosses remove you from here before I fucking...
Yeah, I'm sorry. Obviously, MR5 are going to be like, oh, my God. Oh, this great British bird got the phone on me earlier, and we found out, you know, that M guy. Yeah, actually, he's been rogue. Can't believe we didn't see it ourselves. Call ourselves intelligence.
Good for you.
Nuts.
Anybody want the truth that's not from on my Telegram group? My number's on there. As I've said, I don't hide myself in plain sight.
Hiding in plain sight. You all know that video.
You can't type quick enough to keep up with me, motherfucker. Keep going.
Right, at this point, people are typing in saying, you know, how foul she is. And, you know, she's relishing on it. She's putting out voice notes faster than people can type. You know, it's unbelievable. Voice note after voice note. People are trying to talk. She won't let them talk. She's ranting and ranting.
Bring it on. Darren, why don't you get a little secretary in to work for you? Because I'm telling you, this is like breathing oxygen for me. I'm just going to keep going and going and going. And you know why? Because I think it's disgusting. You've got good people on this group and you have lied to them about what you're doing.
Hang on, at first you were saying this is a paedophile group full of paedophiles, and now since so many people were saying that you're a bad person, were saying that, she's now saying, oh, you got some good people here.
You're working for kitty fiddlers, you fucking dirty bastard.
You're disgusting. You're so
you,
vile.
You're all coming out of the woodwork now, aren't you?
And why is she picking on this Michelle? This Michelle had said that you know, that she had that she was a victim, you know, of child abuse. And you know, there is many people that follow me and believe, you know, in what I'm doing that have had these experiences. So I'm so glad that someone piped up in that short space of time that had this barrage of hate and damage control. I'm so glad that she did pipe up and say that to throw a spanner in this unhinged lady's rants, really. So big up, Michelle.
Here you are, Michelle, Darren, Mr. Chow. MC's gone very quiet though.
Oh, I'm sorry. She said something like, "We know who you all are." Okay, she knows everyone. Anyone that ever messages her, I know who you are. Or found out from my incel. I don't know if she's like there messaging RDS or Charlie Ward, and they're like, "Yeah, that guy's Paul. Yeah, that guy's." And in fact, one of the people in the chat had said, "You had the same problem." She said, "I know who you are. You're Kirsten." This guy's a man. You're Kirsten. We know who you are. We know who you're working for. The same spiel. But obviously putting out publicly so people go, oh, that's Kirsten from the MI6. Just nonsense.
Hey, wonder where he's gone to. Oh, I forgot.
Wonder where he's gone to. I was never there. Where's MCK? Wonder where he's gone to. I was never there. It was my chat. She infiltrated my chat. She said all this stuff. I hadn't even logged in before she'd sent 70 voice notes. And she was gone by the time I got there. And she keeps repeating, I wonder where he's gone. I never went anywhere. I was never there.
I think you've gone too far already with what you're saying.
I think you've gone too far. If anyone's gone too far, you've gone too far. I think you've already erased
your fucking life, to be honest. Legally, I should say. That is legally.
Erased your life. Oh, legally. In fact,
come after you legally. And Michelle.
Yeah, it's like lovely that you're saying legally, because before you deleted a message where you said you're dead, you know, an absolute threat. Maybe I'll be able to pull that up. I have got evidence of that. She said, "We know who you are. You're dead." Yeah, threats on lives, huh?
Type a bit quicker, love. Keep up, will you? Keep up, sweetie. You're not quick enough for me. Come on, keep up. Honestly, it's like working with a bunch of fucking retards with you lot.
You what? She did not just say that. You are a twisted individual. I tell you that. And going after the...
Michelle, come on. Get typing, kid. Bit faster. Darren, come on, faster. Do you want me to type it all for you? What's wrong? Can't you work quick enough or something? Oh, you got special needs like me. I know I've got special needs, but the fact is...
I didn't say that. It wasn't me who said that, okay?
At least I'm fucking admitting to it. You lot are trying to make out you something you're not. All you are is in the begging bowl of Matt Hancock, aren't you?
Begging bowl, really?
All right, Paul, who's the M-seeker, really truthful guy, isn't he? Not so truthful now, are you? And all you keep throwing...
Where's your truth? Where is your evidence? Go on, show everyone that I'm Paul. And what I will say is, if there is this Paul guy out there that has been doing things to children, and you somehow are not bullshitting on this one very point, then please expose him. Anyone that's hurting children needs to be exposed. Absolutely. And at this point, I wouldn't trust anyone else to go around and deal with them but you, because, you know, you don't scare me, but you are one hell of a... I've got to be careful how I put this, but I would love to send you round the door of someone that is hurting children. Put it that way.
At me, it's the Charlie stuff. Get away from the Charlie stuff. You can do whatever you want.
Your boss.
All that. You know why I've come after you, because I will not have any child manipulated or any paedophile fucking left without being scorched off this.
I will not have any people manipulated, let alone just the children. I will not have any people manipulated. You are manipulating people.
All right. So I'm telling you now, God will win. And
buzzword, God will win. God's on my side, apparently, according to her.
You fucking know I'm right, because I've got his fucking armour on. And I will come after you, motherfuckers. It's quite funny, isn't it? Shut the fuck up, you witty bitch. I'm laughing at that. All right, and I've been brought in to go down the fucking dumps with 300 other guys and get that shit out there that's being done down there.
Of course you have.
So excuse me if I've not got my fucking P's and Q's, Michelle, but the job needs doing, and there's some fucker needs to do it, and that's me.
Of
all
course
right, but
it
I'm
is.
sure in the next 6 months you'll probably realise that.
I'm sure that, I mean, she totally paints the picture of someone that's totally qualified for this job. Don't you all agree? She paints a picture of someone who is very level-headed, that, you know, is very personable, that could hold her nerve, keep her cool, you know, keep cool in some very tricky situations. And I'm sure her CV, leaving school at 16, was it that she said, totally qualifies her too. Not that you can't go on to do great things from leaving school at that age. She just paints a picture of what everyone would imagine would be on the front line, leading the people going into DUMS and saving children. I totally believe you not.
You're still around, that is, because I would imagine you probably will have lost your job by then. Laughing at you, Mr. Chow. Oh my God, that is such a psyop. You're over the target.
Who puts this much
fucking hell, bloody hell? I mean, what is that, page 48
trolling
in the psyop book?
You know,
fucking hell. What is it? If you rank something between 46 and 48, so you couldn't undo the first previous ones to find out what things to say to me.
Excuse me, what?
Stuck together, kid. Oh my God, this is funny. I tell you what, honestly, I feel like actually just
vulgar
up for 10 minutes and letting you have a good go at it, because you're so fucking backward. Why aren't you speaking out, Michelle? Is it because you're not who you say you are?
Why are you attacking like a victim of child abuse?
I think we know what's going on here, and I think you know your numbers.
Because they're sticking up for me, because they think that you are
well. I'm going to
make sure
there's a video out for all of this, and the people that from my channel.
Saying that, you know, I'm not sure she is necessarily a bad person. That she might have some serious mental health issues. She really does seem very passionate about, you know, saving the children and things. But, you know, then you get the whole, you're talking to Charlie Ward, you think you're working for Trump and you've got this special team and stuff. It's all bollocks. But, you know, she does seem so passionate. And maybe it's just because she's such a good, like, con artist, that she's running this so well that even she tugs slightly, as ridiculous as it sounds, on a part of me that thinks, you know, maybe she is just good-hearted and passionate like this, and that's why she's swearing and effing and blinding and thinking that she's doing God's work and all of this lot. You know, if it is that it is a mental issue, and people like Charlie Ward are feeding that and saying, look, we're both working for Trump now. This is, I've had to sign an NDA, and she's gone, oh yeah, well, I'm on the front line. Yeah, maybe she's being taken advantage of, is all I'm saying. And if that is the case, and she has got that heart, you know, I keep that heart, Claire. And you know, I am attacking you because you viciously attacked me. However, if your heart is in the right place and you're not just in this to be in this business model that these guys have grown and try to protect people that are running this ring, this truther ring, and you know you are genuine, then keep that. But please go and see someone for a psychiatric evaluation, and please stop threatening people.
Other channels that have come on here, we will make sure we publicise this group now.
Please do, and thank you for the publication. Okay. And thank you for bringing me many followers.
I do work for God,
and they will find the truth through being here, through you.
Okay, but I do swear a lot, and that doesn't make me any less godly. It just means that he's pissed off because paedophiles have been running the fucking.
She's swearing because God's pissed off. That's what she's saying here. She is swearing and is absolutely vulgar because God and Jesus are pissed off with the paedophiles. That's why she's coming after me, apparently, because God and Jesus are pissed off. Yeah.
Planet. And I'm here to make sure they don't fucking live. Mr. Chow, with all due respect.
They don't live?
By the time
right. So you're accusing people of many things, like people that you obviously have no evidence for. People are telling you, like, this is what I know from intel, you know, whatever. And you want them dead.
I was 16 years of age.
Without
21,
any
I
confirmation.
gave it all the way to the ex-veterans. I think I know sarcasm, love, just like I understand fucking the rules of life, because I've had to work off my arse and work for a living, okay? Not like you. I work to provide money for people on the streets because the fuckers in government have lined their own pockets and used us like we're fucking chattel.
Apparently so 200 grand's worth of money she's worked for.
Do it all day long.
What does she do?
I swear to God, while I've got a breath in my fucking body.
Is she the one working for intelligence? Is she the one with a big paycheck? When have you seen me flash the cash? I've only just recently learned how to use a green screen. Not that she has one, actually. She just, you know, goes on her phone and shouts and swears at it. But where has she got 200 grand from? You know, and, you know, okay, so people could say it's because she works in emptying these dams. Evidence, please? Or, you know, where? Is she a shill? Is she government paid? That's interesting.
We'll make sure I bring you lot down. Hi, guys. Just a quick update. This is for Mr. Chow, or should I say Kirsten. I'm just letting you know, see
right.
something, Geneva.
This person, and, Mr. Chow.
Behind you, okay? I don't care if we're
booking your
plans for the NWO.
As she says, she sent him death threats and said that, well, we know who you are now. We know who you're working for. Your name's Kirsten. And he jokingly sent a picture of his hairy legs and said, yeah, well, Kirsten needs a shave.
We just know what's going on. So, Kirsten, I did say to you, be cautious. Okay, I did tell you this, all right? Charlie Fraud, why is the CCP involved in all this? Why is the CCP funding it all behind the scenes? Do you know what that is, guys?
Evidence.
Chinese Communist Party.
Evidence,
I didn't
please.
know. Why is it?
You know who that is, guys? That's the Chinese Communist Party. I didn't know, she says. The leader of emptying the dumbs in the UK. Really?
FBI and MI with the ... and then there's a 6. Who the fuck is that? P-Man works for him. Who's P-Man? We're getting to the bottom. It's a man, isn't it?
Can anyone hear that? What's this sound that's going on here?
Okay, so anyway, let's get this straight. Mr. Chow's a woman.
Is she on? No.
She works for CIA Geneva. She's CCP is funding this.
Definitely gives across the impression that she's absolutely on the marching powder, right?
FBI, CCP funding this. Are you shocked now that I know this fucking shit? What was that 2 hours ago? I told you I was going to find this shit out. Quantum. I did fucking tell you, Quantum. Oh.
Quantum. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Just like Charlie had said recently, she finds out this information from quantum technology. You know, if you know, it's in some way true that someone has told her that the quantum computer has told me this. You know, she's on the phone to the cleaning lady, and the cleaning lady has said, "Look, you know, I typed it into the quantum computer, and M is Paul of Surrey." Jesus. and Claire and Charlie have access, and just to say, hey, quantum consciousness, whatever. Can you tell us who this guy is? Of course.
By the way, Kirsten, psychic assessing, you're losing your power, and you can't fucking do what you think you can do. All right, and the gloves are off now, truly, because you're going after innocent kids.
How?
Just in case everybody's not sure again, I'll just run through it.
Where?
Mr. Chow's a woman.
Where has, you know, I've looked through my chat, there's nothing to say. Nothing from Mr. Chow saying that was going after kids or anything like that. So where does that come into it? Absolutely.
Her name's Kirsten. She works for CIA Geneva.
Of course, you've got all this information from quantum technology as well, of someone.
That's the Chinese
someone in my chat.
Party. Okay, this is what.
Sorry, I'm getting hiccups now. I've drunk too much Coke.
These girls and boys are doing on this group. Who's John Ashcroft?
What do you mean?
Okay? Who is working?
What do you mean? What are these girls and boys doing on this chat? Anyone who wants to join my Telegram chat, you can go through it. There is nothing but exposing people who are grifting.
Glenn. Who are you? That's your nickname, isn't it, Glenn? Okay? Charlie Fraud 888.
She's just making this stuff up.
Is a man. Glenn.
It's like if I said, Claire, I know who you are, Rebecca. I know that you work for Mossad. Rebecca. Oh, we know where you live. We're coming for you. Guys, we all know about quick. Well, no, quantum technology told us this. Like, yeah, trust. Let's go after Rebecca. We know you're really Rebecca, Claire. Like, it's that sort of. And she's going on about psyops. She's just filling people's heads with crap.
Deeper I'm getting. I don't know if that's correct. Age 48. I might be wrong. Darren, who are you?
You might be wrong.
Not sure. P-Man. Not sure if you're a woman or a man. FBI MI6. The mirror. Here.
P-Man. Not sure who you are. Not sure if you're a woman or a man. But what did she say? FBI. I'm hearing. Like, she's getting this information, and the first thing they tell her, oh, that they work for, I'm not sure if they're a woman or a man. Like, bull crap, man. How can anyone, like, this woman is crazy.
We have it. So we've got good organisations with bad motherfuckers in it again. And we've got people here laughing, saying correct facts and facts and facts and facts. Okay, so...
Yes, because the people in here are dealing with facts. You're not. Where have you ever given one fact? One. Show us one fact. One that you've given. Everything that we say in our chat is facts. It's evidence. Well, okay, not everything that's said in the chat, because people can post anything that are in the Telegram. Anything that's come from me will come from any of these people that you're attacking. Talking about the flow of the chat. We're talking about evidence, facts. That's what we're dealing with, right? And you're saying this stuff as if it is fact, and you never have given a fact. Let's see the facts.
It doesn't matter. I've made you, and I know who you are now, and I'm going to make sure my guy in America knows right now. I'm just going to send this information to them. Okay? It doesn't take long.
It's RDS. That's your guy.
The right fucking people behind you. You are a small minority, and you're in the death roll. You're like the fucking...
That's one truth. Okay, that's one fact. We're a small minority. We are, but we will grow. The truth is, you know, there's three things you can't hide in this reality, and that's the sun, that's the moon, and that's the truth, and it will soon come out. And we're growing in numbers. Yes, I've just started this Telegram chat. It's only been it's only been active a couple of weeks. So there's not that many people in there. Not that I have a huge following anyway, but people will always gravitate towards the truth as much as they want to gravitate towards the things that they like to hear and hope that's truth. The truth will always come out. People will always find it, and they will find out. Don't you worry.
Rat that's caught in the corner, and the rat is being caught. The rat is getting caught. Hi guys, can everybody make sure they publicise everything we talked about on this group, please? Not particularly my recordings, everything I've told you.
Don't worry, I am publicising everything on this group, including your recordings. If anyone wants to see the chat, they can join my Telegram and see the rest of the chat. But I'm absolutely making a special effort to put out there everything that this woman has said.
Make sure you get it out far and wide that these people are working for organisations.
Don't worry, many people are going to see this video.
What they're doing,
obviously,
and they're ruining innocent people's lives. Can you make sure we get this?
You're ruining innocent people's lives. Like, how can you say that? How am I ruining innocent people's lives? The only people's lives I'm affecting are people that are not innocent, and that is a fact.
There's one thing I'd like to say, Kirsten, and this is especially for you. When you look at
what about this Kirsten
like
again?
You get really fucking underestimated, and you really fucking underestimated me, didn't you? Okay? Now my bosses know who you are. Right? Goodbye. But we've uncovered a bit. I want everybody to report this group, okay? Because obviously the Chinese Communist Party are funding it between Matt Hancock. They're all in the same fucking...
Right, okay, yeah. So the Truth Network will all agree about cancel culture and stuff. Yes, I have reported on people that I could see a line on people. That doesn't make me a part of the cancel culture. This, everyone that I've just sent over to the group, everyone please report this group to stop them from talking. But why are you worried about what we're talking about? If you're the truth, why are you going through this much effort? Why have you invited 70 odd people over to this chat and said, everyone report this chat and get them closed down? And if you are working for Trump and in such a high position, why would you not have a major sway in that without having to resort to hours? It seems like, I don't know if it's been minutes or hours. I've been recording for like an hour and 20 minutes odd already. It seems like you're talking forever and going around in circles and just being vile. But why would you put in that much effort? I suppose it's probably because, like you said, it's like breathing for you. But why would then you go for the effort of getting 70 odd people into this small Telegram chat and then ask them all to close it down? It just seems like you're scared that you'll be about to be exposed. To me,
I didn't know that until just now. That's come back to me. So CCP.
Yeah, I didn't know that till now, until it just come back to me. I've just found out these guys are all CCP as well. Just to add to it all, report this group, because I've just found out they're all CCP, as well as MI5, MI6, they're Scotland Yard coppers, they're everything that you hate, and the paedophiles, and they support Matt Hancock, and everything. Please report this group. Yeah, right. Truth, evidence, please. Anything at all?
So that means everything that we're dealing with out of London is the same issue as... So I'm asking everybody to report this group now to Telegram. Thank you. Darren, have you heard of a pen which holds adrenaline? You know what I'm talking about? Because I can't wait to have a party with you lot. Fucking hell, you are going to be awake
to
the very end.
You are vicious and vile.
The very end.
Listen
Within the
to
next
that.
6 months, you're going to see who I am and what I've been doing.
Like, I get wanting to hold people to account, especially for crimes against like children, like let alone humanity, children. But to throw around, I'm going to play with you with an EpiPen. I'm going to keep you awake. I'm going to torture you for good without any evidence. Sure, she says she has it. Yeah, let's see that.
doing for this country behind the scenes. Because unlike you motherfuckers, I work for the right side, and Donald Trump is the fucking right side because he's brought these cunts down in this country.
Your boss,
and you fuckers have been hiding behind the scenes.
Your old pal Donny,
FBI,
your good old friend Donald, eh?
Yeah. That means there's a dodgy fucker.
You are a fantasist. Really you are delusional. Either that or you know what you're doing and you are purposefully hurting people. Have you?
Let's just say a nice person who I'm going to discuss all this shit with. So keep it going if you want.
Is it Charlie?
Off, whatever you want to do. But can you just make sure before you leave the group today, can you make sure you do me a favour and can you report it, please? Because as I say, I've just managed to get myself a crime reference number off the police. And the first thing to get NSA involved, I've got to go through the crime reference number. Of course you have. You need to get NSA involved. That's the way I do it, even though it's from Israel.
You could just ask your pal Donny, Donny Trump. You could just be like, dude, these guys are obviously bad people. Let's shut down the Telegram group. You're good pals with him, right? You work for him. You work for him and Charlie Ward. Powerful people. Surely we're not a threat. Surely we should be easy to close down. Just this whole thing, this whole everyone flood into this chat and get them all closed down. You're not doing yourself any favors here. You're talking rubbish.
Assuming that's what I've got to do. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it the correct way. So obviously we're in the right motions. I think it's bad that Kirsten's doing all this. It just makes me giggle. I'm laughing my head off.
This is the point where Kirsten
such a great
had sent pictures of his manly legs.
Just so you know, anyone that's on my group, I'm happy to show you the email that's come from Source, by the way, on my Intel group privately. Obviously, I'll hold it.
Anyone that could confirm this, please do.
Tonight, so we've got proof of who these people are, and we've got addresses as well now.
Yeah, please, please.
Letting you know. So anybody
please show us
wants to do something about this,
any evidence. You absolute liar. You grifter.
Please get in touch
you
with me.
manipulator.
Hey mate. I work under Donald Trump.
Of course you do.
Because guess what? 3 years ago, when this shit was going down, he knew what was going to be happening in this country. And do you know why he knew it? Because guess what it is in this country? This is where the fucking war started, you stupid bitch. This is why.
Luckily at this point, people in the group started doing their own voice notes. They were fed up with talking. So again, big up to Michelle for fighting back. Because she didn't let people get a word in edgeways, really.
Excuse me, Claire. I'm not actually sure what you're implying here. You said earlier on, what was it? I couldn't type quick enough. Now you're accusing us all in this group of being pedophiles. You should get your facts straight. I'm on this group because of my love to save children and help them. I am a victim. I was a survivor of trafficking, being abused, and a whole lot more. Yes, I left school at 16 too. I'm a 51-year-old woman who lived through a 30-year war in Northern Ireland. So don't call no shit with me that you're stronger and better than any of us. I've been to hell and back, and I'll go to hell and back to save any child. I come on this group because I'm sick, sore, and tired of seeing truthers coming out with all this crap intel, leading people up the garden path, asking them for money, and people are sending money right, left, and centre because they don't know what else to do. They're afraid. Yes, you might have your group and all your followers, and you might have made millions. I didn't. That wasn't my path God chose for me. But I'm telling you this, not everybody on this channel is pedophiles. Be very careful who you're accusing of being a pedophile. And another thing, your foul mouth is disgusting to be a lady. You know that? We can all get angry. We can all get irritable. This is a really tense, stressful time we're all in, not just you. We all want the children saved. I will do anything to save a child. So be very careful who you're accusing. Good night.
I just need to pause this and say I absolutely love you. Thank you so much for saying that. And you know, you didn't need to say all that, but you know, that really, you know, what you were saying hit me. You know, this woman's running her mouth all this time, and you know, you've been trying to type and you've been trying to speak, and you didn't need, but you felt that your voice must be heard in this. And yeah, it was profound, and I appreciate you, and I'm sure everyone listening, whether or not they, you know, they are the fans of Claire or not, really appreciate what you've just said.
Say something. I don't know who you are, but can you speak a bit quicker? Because you're really talking really slow, and it's really, I'm struggling with that. Okay.
You horrible, awful human being. I don't know what to say. Do you taking the piss out of someone that just said that? That's vile.
So, Michelle, or whatever your name is. All right, I said the group is a paedophile-run group. So if you aren't,
you didn't. You said everyone here was paedophiles.
No, I'm not, because I'm fighting against the bookers.
Are you?
I suggest you get off the group. And if you want to stay on it, and we advertise the fact that it's a paedophile group, it's up to you, isn't it?
But it's not, though.
You're harbouring it. I told you I'm definitely going to publicise this group.
Good.
I know these
Thank
other
you.
bookers are behind paedophiles. Okay?
You don't.
So you don't want to,
know.
and you're not,
Cool.
and you're an innocent bystander. I'm sorry if you're a
You
tourist,
are
but get the fuck off.
a whack job.
Okay, because
With
I'm coming after
nothing,
these bookers.
no information.
Definitely.
You have no connections.
Because they're paedophile, fucking loving paedophiles, because that's what they are. But I don't know what your name is, right? But you sound a really sweet little lady. Really sweet. Okay, I really haven't got any truck with you. Look, I wouldn't do this to my mother, and I certainly wouldn't do it to you. So walk on by, and then you'll stay safe. Group, you must have heard of my group, because I'm the person that's taking the fucking dumbs out with the kids in that these fuckers are sponsoring.
Yeah, of course you are. Evidence, please. Apart from your ranting and your swearing and your claims that you're, you know, working under Trump. Evidence? Anything? Anything that you're just so not believable. And I can see how you're gripping people with your language. But all of those people, anyone that's still following or listening to Claire, ask for some proof, please. Some real proof. And then when you get that proof, when she sends you something, double check that. Double check that. She's lying. She's lying to you all.
These fuckers are behind Matt Hancock. And do you know who he works for?
How?
Shall I tell you? Oh, there's no point, is there? Because it's like fucking trying to...
Shall I tell you who it works for? Ah, there's no point. Yeah, you guys, you know, it don't matter.
It's the brain dead, is there? I didn't know that I really didn't know until half an hour ago, until I just took that call, that this lot was bigger than I thought with the CCP. I didn't know. That's the stupid thing about...
Of course! I got into a war of words, and then I got intel. Oh, there was CCP too. Damn it. Like, you're like one of the worst kind of grifters out there. One of the most worst manipulative people that I've ever come across.
I really thought it was just MI. I really had no fucking clue how fucking deep these fuckers go. You dirty bastards on it.
And then you got a revelation. Shut down their channel.
You're a victim, okay, and you know that. How come you've not sussed out that these fuckers are not what they are? I'm just asking you. I just want to know.
Oh my God, Claire, why don't you just fuck off, you silly gobby twat? Oh my God, Claire, why don't you
again.
Fuck off, you silly gobby twat? Piss off. Oh my God, Claire.
This is SN. I've not heard of her before. She must be new to my group. But
oh my God.
Spot on.
I love you. You're so sweet. And
spot on, SN. Thank you so much.
It's great. And I'm going to send you lots of love because you're amazing. But you know what? I am...
What? Because she actually was like, you know what? I'm going to be as gobby as you and tell you how much of a gobby shit you are. And you're like, oh, I love you. Don't want to fight with you.
Gobby, because you know why I am? Because you're involved in a group here. And these fuckers that are running it, MC is a fucking paedophile follower. And you don't...
Oh, I thought she was going to leave it there without saying follower then. But even so, how am I a paedophile follower? Everyone that's following Claire, ask her for proof that I follow paedophiles. Proof, hard evidence. Ask for it, please. When you get it, can you publicise it so everyone can see that it doesn't exist? Everyone, please, thank you.
Know it, and if you don't know it, do your homework first, or phone me up and I'll give you the facts, and then you can say, right, you've got a right to be gobby, Claire. All right, SN, whoever you are.
There's no point in
Big
you
up,
saying
SN.
anything because you don't fucking know, you absolute clown. You're leaving this group because you're an absolute fucking muppet.
So you're leaving the group. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Oh, don't leave the
Phone
group.
number then and I'll ring you now.
Well,
Don't leave the
Amy,
group, SN.
with all due respect, watch this space, because guess what? It takes all sorts to win a war, doesn't it? And some gobby fuckers like me are the people they put on the ground to sort the fucking shit out. Because if you're going to play with shit, you've got to fucking fight fire with fire. And
if you play with shit, you've got to fight fire with fire. Oh, there's a load of shit there. We need to throw some shit on it. Nice way to big up yourself.
that's why I'm here.
Clown.
Not
Yeah.
everyone can be as
Well
clean
done,
as a
SN.
whistle and work at the top. Some people do the groundwork, and that's me. It's okay, honestly. I think let's just say Mar-a-Lago know what's going on.
I'm
So
sure.
I'm just going to leave this prayer here. And by the way, this spiritual advisor here, he does work for DT, but seemingly you probably think that's a fucking crock of shit too.
Yeah, your connection to DT is a crock of shit. So notice how she plants a spoken prayer. I didn't play the prayer. She's sent an audio file of a prayer in the chat. So it's like, you know, and anyone who follows God, here is proof. You know, I'm going to put a prayer here so you know that I follow God too, and we're on the same side.
So I'm leaving this for you, all right? Just in case any of you on here aren't anchored to Christ, which I think some of you aren't, you'll understand this prayer, won't you? And for the ones that are anchored to Christ, then you're no problem, okay?
Those anchored to Christ can be anchored to me.
Number, you fucking clown. Go phone number then, hun. No. Before
Sorry.
you go send us your phone number, you fucking clown. Go phone number then, hun. No.
Right.
Give us your number. Maybe send us Donald's number because you know he's as well, don't you? Go phone number then.
Please, SN, don't leave the group. You are a legend, is all I can say.
So I'm happy for you to call me on the phone with America now, and I've got a call. After that,
got a
please
phone
call
call
me anytime, as long as it's before 12 o'clock.
to America.
I've got to be up again at 4 o'clock in the morning to take other calls.
Of course
So
you have. You're a
happy for you to
busy
call me,
lady.
And if you are a truthful person, I'm sure you'll know that about me and about you. I'm not a liar. I'm not a bullshitter. All right? I'm not a bullshitter. And the sad thing is, these fuckers on here have been fucking really naughty what they're doing, because there's some very good people on here, and these fuckers are feeding you lies.
This is all I'm going to say because I'm not spending the rest of the evening here.
Big up, Michelle.
You think you're bigger, better, braver, courageous, more courageous than anyone else. You know, you're not the only one helping the kids. You're not the only one helping in all this. You think you're brilliant. You keep putting in your voice messages and your voice messages, and you're talking down and you're talking over people. Have a bit of manners. If I'm a victim, why did I not know these pedophiles? How dare you? I just don't get you. There's no way on this earth President Trump would have you in Mar-a-Lago. Are you crazy? You might end up somewhere else, but I don't think you're working for Donald Trump. Because anyone working for Donald Trump, take a look at General Flynn. Dignity, courage, lovely, real lovely man. And look at what he's been doing all around the world. So maybe you say grow some balls. Well, you do what you have to do. And stop accusing everyone else. And remember, it's not Claire's groups. It's not Claire's world. It's not Claire's battles. We're all part of it.
Darren, can I just ask you? I'm no problem. You can put anything you want about.
Sorry, she completely ignored what was just said, which again, from this lovely, kind-hearted lady, was very profound. And she skips to talking about another guy who's posted something else. Completely ignores it. She knows that someone's got her by the toes there and has said, you know, there's no way. Like, you are awful. Look at the people that do work for Trump. Look at what's going on in the world. There's no way someone like you are full of it. And she's ignored it. She's moved on to Darren.
Charlie, if you want to, why aren't you mentioning these paedophiles that we're putting up here? Why aren't you saying a thing about it?
You're flooding the chat with politicians and things like that, and you're saying, why aren't you mentioning that? You've come on to my chat and called me and everyone else in there paedophiles. You think that when you're, like, you and others are posting stuff, you know, just posting pictures of politicians, we'll go, oh, yeah, well, let's move on to the next one or whatever. No, they're going to be like, hang on a minute, you're full of shit, get the fuck out. You know, you are a vile, vulgar, horrible person. And you think they're going to, oh, yeah, well, you know, you posted this picture, let's talk about that politician. No, they're on the topic of, who the hell do you think you are? You liar.
Isn't that going to tell all the other people on this group that who you're being paid for? Because there's no way you would accept that we're putting these names out there that we know and know.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting sick of this. It's getting tiresome.
And you're standing there and you're saying nothing.
I will show the end. We're near the end of her messages. You will see my eventual response. She's just going round in circles, kind of. By this point, I know, full of it. I wanted to show you the full extent of just
what
she's like. Really.
Why aren't you talking about them? Why aren't you talking about the fact that John and this guy here, this fucking muppet here, they're just puppets in the big, big scheme, and that Donald Trump has got all this information? Ask yourself something. How do you think that Charlie Ward knows all the people he knows if you think he's such a scumbag? Okay.
Right, so the elitists, the deep state, the cabal, like the Freemasons, the Illuminati, the secret societies, yeah, they all, that's the whole point of it. They network. That's how they know people, yeah. That's how they get to know. That's how, like, they say, for instance, well, I used to traffic a lot of money around for the rich and the powerful, and I knew government officials and politicians and things like that. That's how they network. Or I was in, a cult like the Plymouth Brethren, or, I'm a Freemason, or, and that's how I made connections. Or I knocked on the door of a prison and magically got a job being the head of security for all prisons in the UK. That doesn't come from people just knocking on a door. That comes from people going, you know what, I've got this connection through our society, and what we'll do is we'll put this person in a position of power or wealth. How does he know all these people? You guys are not idiots. I'll leave it there.
How come? How come you think he knows everybody? Because the thing is, do you not think that Donald Trump would have checked him out before he worked for him?
Where's the proof that he works for Donald Trump? What, his cufflinks? is that what it is? Is that the evidence he gave you? Look at these lovely cufflinks. They're in red. That's how you know that you can't get them off eBay for $120, or MC can. Why do you think he's working for Donald Trump? He's not. Not many people think that, and the people that do are completely deluded. Evidence, please. Evidence for anything you've said in any of these messages, please. Can you please send any evidence of anything that you are saying, anything? Because all the information I've put out, every single piece of information I give evidence for, where's a shred of any evidence for anything that you said or say, please?
By the way, he is and has got the job. Robert Steele confirmed that in writing.
So it must be truthful. It's come direct from the Almighty.
Well, it isn't going to work there. I can assure you what's coming is going to be biblical. But when it does, anyone that's here slating his family, you do realise that he's going to have a lot of power behind him once he sits in that seat.
No one in there is slating his family. I will tell you that now. Please join my Telegram. You will see no one in there slating. Again, putting words in mouth. And then she said, you do realise once he's in power and sits on the throne, oh, Charlie, he's going to have some power. And,
Where do you think you're going to stand on that then? You think about your egos before you fucking put another line out there, because I'm warning you, there won't be anywhere to hide then.
Our egos?
You know that, and I don't.
Excuse me?
I just spoke to him today in Marbella, and I told him that I was doing this, and he had no problems with me doing it. I'm fucking coming after you, lad.
I'm sure he didn't.
With an army. And I think I'm talking about a proper fucking army.
Right, yeah. I will look out.
No problem. You can put anything you want about Charlie if you want to. Why aren't you mentioning it?
I will look out for an army. I'm already looking out for a lawyer. The boys turning up. Now I'll look out for an army, I'm sure, with compliments from Donald Trump.
Do you think it's crazy? I just put that prayer out and nobody said a word.
Because people can see through you. People can see that you're trying to use God now and prayers as evidence that you are you're some sort of mouthpiece for God. You are not. You are full of shit and everyone can see it. I bet you not one person pressed play on that audio file of a prayer. Why would they? They're all looking at you like, you absolute mad hatter. You wrong 'un. You manipulative, vulgar, evil person who's sending a prayer. They're not going to listen to your prayer you're sending. They're not going to bow to your manipulative behaviour because they're not dumb. That's why they're in a truth-seeking channel, a real one. Yeah?
Crazy. Nobody said one word about that prayer. Now that really worries me, what we're talking about.
Please, Claire, come on now. Settle down. Nobody's speaking about your prayer.
Come on, Michelle.
Now we're going to be attacked, are we? For our spiritual beliefs or religious beliefs? I thought you had a meeting to go to. Good night, and God bless.
Anyone that's from the side of good now, that's not involved with all these, not all of the group, the bad ones on the group, can you do me a favour? Actually, just as I said to you, contact Telegram directly. All right, I'm putting a complaint. And then obviously leave the group, because I don't want to give them the mileage to think they've got more people on this group than they should have.
Thank you for the
group,
promotion.
And delete and block, okay? Because
thankfully,
now. I've done what I needed to do.
She's getting tired now.
I've also just found out about somebody that's been involved in another group that knows these guys that's now trying to slate me, which is quite funny, really. We're very, very close to what we need to find out, aren't we? All right, guys. No, so not. Everybody that's on here because of me.
Hang on, how could you be close to being able to know, finding out what you need to find out, but already know everything? Like, how can you say I've got all the information, I've got the addresses, I've got everything, and then being like, oh, now we're close to finding out what we need to find out? You are caught in the lie, so full of shit.
I really appreciate it. And the people that doubted me or don't know, if they've got my phone number, you're welcome to call me and ask the truth. And I'm happy to sit down.
Who wants to phone this woman? Anyone? Any takers? Anyone want to sit and have a conversation with this woman? She seems incredibly pleasant, doesn't she?
I don't have a problem with it. All right, sending love, but as I say, can everybody else come off the group, please, if that's the case? I don't really want anybody involved in it because it's dark energy, and we've already put that out.
Of course.
I've already said a prayer into the group. Okay, taking care, lots of love, bye.
God, I've read, I've listened to about 4 or 5 of these voice notes from this absolute delusional fantasist. All right, Claire, let me tell you something. My name is not Paul. I don't know who you think you are, but people watch this Claire and watch her go after, I say in inverted commas, whoever she thinks she is going after, and whoever this person's boss is. When I saw her talking about St. Paul, I was like, I thought it was me making these videos that were showing that, Charlie's a dodgy one. However, I was like, who the hell is this Paul guy? Who the hell is this Paul guy? It can't be me. Well, now I've got confirmation. She thinks I am some Paul guy working for some agency. This is funny. So Claire, please show your evidence. Show your evidence of me working for some organisation. Show your evidence of me being Paul. I can tell you all now, right here, right now, that this lady is completely unhinged, is a fantasist, and has no clue who I am, and it's just funny. So I'll read the rest of the messages later, but it's just trash. So Claire, you're asking why am I not going after Matt Hancock and people? I'm going after people that are taking advantage of the vulnerable, including yourself.
of vulnerable people in this time, feeding their heads full of rubbish and taking money. You might not be taking money now, but I'm pretty sure I hear you're starting up a platform, just like Charlie's taking money of these innocent people that are believing every word you say. So you've got to be careful what you say, because you are one of these people that are warping people's minds, that are taking them for a ride in these uncertain times. You need to stop. All of you people need to stop fucking with people's heads. This is serious. This is what's causing suicides. You people have no shame. You have no shame. I'd like to see the details of this team that you've got. Yeah, let's see this team that you're apparently working for. I don't believe it exists. I believe it exists only in your head. And I think that Charlie, another fantasist, is fueling this fantasist behaviour of yours. So I'll say again, Claire, I am not Paul. Okay? I'll say again, what I am doing is for the good of the people. You're saying, why am I calling out Matt Hancock? I have made videos talking about the ridiculousness of these lockdowns and the impact they're having on people's mental health.
Back on my videos.
That is what I am concerned about, people's mental health. What you're doing to people's mental
Taking the Needle was a video that was banned by YouTube within 20 minutes of me uploading it. It is on my Rumble. Have a look at Have Yourself a COVID Little Christmas, where I specifically name Matt Hancock, in fact. Yeah, her claims are rubbish.
Health, what Charlie especially is doing to people's mental health, and perhaps even your mental health. I am worried about you too. I have nothing but absolute, children are important to me. Their mental health and their well-being is very important to me. But what can I do in my capacity? I don't have a secret special forces team like you going into underground dumbs, apparently. But what I can do is I can look at people, fantasists like you, filling your people's heads with rubbish, and you will all be outed soon. You will all be outed when nothing comes to fore that you're saying. Nothing happens. You guys need to stop fucking with people's heads. It's wrong. What you're doing is wrong, and people will all see you for who you are very, very soon.
Oh, well said, M Seeker of Truth. Guys, thank you very much for putting up with listening to this vulgar, vile, fantasist, delusional woman. I had to show you guys this chat because I believe it paints a accurate picture of what this woman is like. And also, it just goes to show the attacks, the threats, the non-evidence. What I would ask anyone watching this video, actually, whether you are one of my followers or whether you're one of Claire's followers, go out there and ask her for evidence. Come back to me, call me out, make videos yourself, come to my Telegram group, whatever, and show me the evidence she gives you when she does, if she does. I am telling you, she won't. There's no evidence there. She's a grifter. She's on Charlie Ward's grifting team, on this network, on this business model of a bunch of people that are taking advantage of you all in this opportunistic time. And that is what I do. That if you're only just hearing of me now because I'm making this video, that is what, look back on my work. All I've ever done is gone, look here, they're lying. Look here, they're lying. Look here, they're asking for money. Look here, they're saying. That's all I've done. Look back on my work. I promise you, I will show you them lying to you. And right here, although I'm not necessarily showing you hard evidence of her lying, I'm showing you where she's giving you no evidence to any of these claims. And I'm showing you her manipulative behavior. And I'm showing you that she works for a known liar. And I'm showing you that this is where her claims come from the dumbs, from Donald Trump, everything. It's all come from RDS and Charlie Ward. So think about that. Guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for following. Thank you for your support. Please follow M Seeker.